Nothing. Start again. I'm sick to my stomach. Nothing.
Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? The creators called it football. Soccer? You know, you play it with your feet. Reading between the headlines. Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer?
What is up, my fam? Welcome back to Reading Between the Headlines. I'm Asaf Nisim, your host of Peruse the News, the live show where we catch up on the latest Chelsea news together, maybe some Premier League football more broadly, some world football possibly, and of course, we live football and prosper as one should all day, every day, whenever you have the opportunity. On the docket for today, first, from ChelseaFC.com, 5 from training, all smiles as focus turns to Arsenal. Next, we will check out Enzo Maresca's pre-match press conference together. There we can perhaps find some tips. If you haven't checked it out already, we can react to it together as to how the Blues might show up against Arsenal on Sunday. Third, we will put together our own Chelsea lineup prediction for the match. And maybe lastly, but we might take a little Twitter stop. I was just looking through and found a random fun Twitter content creator that put together a little bit of an analysis of this match, and I thought he had some interesting points. I thought we could check it out together, and I will show you who that is. Connor Holden, if we decide to do that. But after that, we will head over to theanalyst.com, the standard sportscasting, Sportsmole, and Sportskita for their various predictions for this match. There's an interesting theme here. and I thought it was interesting. So we will go ahead and do that together as a bonus per usual. If we have any time, maybe we'll stalk some of our favorite Chelsea players' Instagrams, maybe some alumni, maybe some staff alumni, maybe some non-alumni altogether, just players that I appreciate because it's always fun to do that. But yeah, so that's that. And before we get to the rest of the show, if you're new to the channel, why not do yourself a favor? Do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to know when we go live, because I've been going live a lot lately, folks. And, you know, I'm not exactly a bell hitter, but if you are a bell hitter and you like to watch live streams, I mean, I guess that's what we're doing right now. So yeah, hopefully you are. But if you want to know when we go on in the future, I don't always know. I haven't really settled on a time yet. I haven't really settled on a day yet. I tried to do these preview shows. And I try to get some in between and post-match review as well. But you never know when I'm going to do it. 6 p.m. tonight. Could be 8 p.m. another night. You hit that notification bell, you might know. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button so we can see you in the future. Now, let's start the show off with the last stream's poll results. So, actually, I have a couple. I got a bonus stream poll as well for you. I'd like to do a poll every stream at least. And so here we go. Stream results. Number 1, I asked you who has the best chance at winning the Ballon d'Or one day. And look at who you said. Cole Palmer, 50%. And Erling Haaland, 50%. Mohamed Salah and Bukayo Saka didn't get any love. Unfortunate, but I can understand that. Erling Haaland and Cole Palmer makes the most sense at this point. They're the hottest right now. Cole Palmer is probably the hottest right now. But yeah, so that's that. That was that poll. The next poll, gonna keep it real simple, guys. Does Chelsea... Oh, sorry. Here's the next poll. The other bonus poll. This is the bonus poll that I did a little bit of a watch along Europa Conference League stream. And as you can see, I asked if Chelsea wins the Europa League Conference League. And it's no surprise after that kind of a result that 94% of respondents said yes, only 5% no, and 1% just left it in the ether and decided there's no real answer here, is there? Is there an answer here? Let me check and see if my voice is... Yeah, it's going good. And by the way, hit up the chat. Why? Because this channel is all about the chat. It's all about interaction. It's all about you guys hearing what you have to say, reacting to it, taking your hot takes, taking my hot takes, taking your roasts of my hot takes, and just getting all mashed up together in the chat. So, and as I said, we do like to do a poll every stream, so I'm going to throw a poll up for today. And as I said, also, I'm going to keep this one simple. Guess what? We got a game coming up this Sunday. Start the poll, and I have it already written out. I'm just going to copy and paste it here. What will be the result of Chelsea versus Arsenal this Sunday? Yes or no? No, not yes or no. There's 3 options, really. Well, I always say there could be a 4th option, but the first option is obviously Chelsea win. The second option is Arsenal win. And yes, you guessed it. The third option would be a draw. If there was a 4th option, it might be game abandoned, because that could happen. As a referee, I can tell you, it doesn't happen in the Premier League very often, but it's always possible. So there you go. There's the poll. It's going to start it. If you're not going to get in the chat, at least answer the poll, folks. Engage. We want to hear what you got to say in that regard, and then we'll come back after the match, probably early next week, Monday or Sunday, even nights, and see if we were correct about this. It is a Chelsea stream, so I do anticipate maybe a little bit of bias towards Chelsea on that poll, but you never know. Chelsea fans are honest fans. That's the truth. Chelsea fans are honest fans. All right. So now that we've got all of that out of the way, I mean, to be fair, I will probably... What's happening there? Why is my cursor coming up over there. That's interesting. Why is my cursor showing up? It's not even in there. That is a really interesting phenomenon. I'm going to have to check that out technically later in the chat box. I don't know if you noticed. Look, my cursor is in there. I'm not even pointed at the chat box. It's somewhere else entirely. But you know what? Funky things happen with technology. Okay, so we're going to move on with the show. And as I said, we're going to go right ahead here and move on to ChelseaFC.com. They usually do a little bit of a pre-match housekeeping article, and it's nice to read in anticipation of the next match. And here we go, Chelsea.com. As you could see, 5 from training, all smiles as focus turns to Arsenal. Chelsea players were back in training this afternoon following another memorable night at Stamford Bridge. Here we pick out some of our favorite pictures taken by our club photographer. Very important, very important. If you were aware, the Blues secured a record-breaking 8-0 win over Noah on Thursday night, and a number of players who starred at the Bridge were back on the training ground at Cobham. As you could see, Mudryk being the happiest he has ever been at Chelsea because he actually did make some contributions, although maybe slightly overstated by the commentators, but good for him. That looks like a wind down, cool down cycling after the match. They weren't alone in adding their names to the score sheet with Mykhailo Mudryk, one of those to find the net with an outstanding 20-yard strike. And to be fair, it was a really nice finish from Mudryk. With 8 goals and another clean sheet, it will come as no surprise to hear spirits in the camp were high this afternoon. There's Pedro Neto. A number of first-team regulars were given the night off against Noah as Enzo Maresca looks to manage his players' workload and provide opportunities for other members of the squad. Focus now turns to Chelsea versus Arsenal on Sunday, and the teams couldn't be much closer in the table, with the Blues in 4th place, level on points, and just 2 goals above the Gunners in 5th. As you can see, pull up that table. Premier League table. Bam. As you can see, we're in 4th. They're in 5th. They've got 18 points. We've got 18 points. And it is tight. Who expected us to be here? Not I. But okay. Moving on. There's Lavia living his best life. Romeo Lavia is one of those who has been left out of our Conference League squad after he spent most of 23-24 campaign injured. The midfielder has spoken ahead of Sunday's game at Stamford Bridge, and you can find our interview with the Belgian on the official Chelsea website and app tomorrow afternoon. This came out... When was this? Is there no time? An hour ago. Okay, so tomorrow. Right. Yes, as you can see, there is Pedro Neto living his best life on the Chelsea training pitch. Maresca has stressed that players who are currently featuring more often in the Conference League can still earn a place in the Premier League starting lineup. And one of those who has done just that of late is Pedro Neto. True, although part of that is that Sancho wasn't able to play against Manchester United because, you may forget, but he is technically a Manchester United player as of now. The winger was this morning called up by Portugal for their upcoming matches against Poland and Croatia, and he will be joined in Roberto Martinez's squad by Renato Vega and Joao Felix. Here's Madueke doing it. I don't even know. That's an interesting photo they're posting. I mean, I don't know how pro that photographer is, man. I think I could take pictures like that. Okay. I'm just being a jerk. Okay, there are also a trio of Chelsea players called up by England, with Levi Colwill, Noni Madueke, and Cole Palmer all included in what will be Lee Carsley's last camp as interim head coach before former Blues boss Tommy Tushy takes charge of the 3 Lions in January. That's that. Oh, he didn't really say much about the game. Okay. Well, that's fine. That was some cute stuff, but we'll move on to the Enzo Maresca press conference. More important, I guess. And as per usual, we're gonna watch it at 1.25 because, and if it's too fast, I'll stop it. But usually 1.25 is good enough. engage.
Right, lovely to see you all.
Just gonna check the volume on it.
Cole Palmer came in here for dinner before the game tonight. Looked very well. Looked pretty fit, not limping. Can I assume he'll be fit for the Arsenal game?
He's better. He's getting
It's a little low, so I'm gonna raise that. Raise that volume.
If he can work and have dinner, that means that he is completely fit.
Came back with pudding too.
Yeah. No. He's getting better, and hopefully we have still 2 days, tomorrow and Saturday, to prepare the game, and hopefully we can have him for the session at least Saturday, and then we take the decision.
David.
When you face a team like Arsenal, who's supposed to be about Premier League, do you evaluate your team in a different way? Are you looking for something different?
We're always looking for something different, no matter if it's Arsenal or another team, to see how we can attack and defend in the right way. We did this season against any team, for sure Arsenal. I said in this moment is the closest one to the best team in England, that is
Cole
City.
is back.
Right, lovely to see you all. Matt.
Gotta go
Hi,
back.
Enzo.
Gotta go back.
Cole Palmer came in here for his dinner
Yeah.
before the game tonight. Looked very well. Looked pretty fit, not limping. Can I assume he'll be fit for the Arsenal game?
But he's better. He's getting better. If he can work and have dinner, that means that he is completely fit.
Came back with pudding too.
Yeah. No. He's getting better, and hopefully we have still 2 days, tomorrow and Saturday, to prepare the game, and hopefully we can have him for the session at least Saturday, and then we take the decision.
We can't do it without Cole.
David.
We need Cole.
Joe, Enzo, when you face a team like Arsenal, who's supposed to be about Premier League, do you evaluate your team in a different way? Are you looking for something different?
We're always looking for something different, no matter if it's Arsenal or another team, to see how we can attack and defend in the right way. We did this season against any team, for sure Arsenal. I said in this moment is the closest one to the best team in England, that is City. But we're gonna try to do our game and prepare in the best way we can and try to win.
Simon.
Enzo, you've obviously got off to a pretty good start as Chelsea head coach, but do you think you're missing that statement win? Is that the only thing that you've missed so far? You played and lost to City, lost to Liverpool, drew against Man United. Do you think you need that against Arsenal to sort of really convince you?
For sure, I would like to win this kind of game, but since we start, I always said the same, that for sure I analyze the result, but first of all I analyze the performance. And do you think we deserve to lose against Liverpool? Me too, but it's football. Now hopefully we can win Sunday, we can win that kind of game, but also I think at the end it's in this competition in the Premier League, it's important and it's difficult to win against any team. For sure, if I can decide, I would like to win against Arsenal on Sunday, no doubt. But also I think Liverpool away, the performance was very good. We didn't deserve to lose. Even City. The good thing is that we are there. We are there, and you cannot see big difference when we play this kind of game. And this is the most important thing. For sure, I don't have doubt if it's Sunday or it's next game, but for sure we're going to be there and win this kind of game, no doubt.
Andy.
Hi Enzo. Just looking across at yourself and Mikel Arteta, both, fair to say, learnt a lot from Pep Guardiola, both worked with him. It's almost like two of his kind of disciples are now coming together. Do you feel that
Battle of
you
the
see in Arsenal,
disciples.
you see stuff in Arteta's style of management that he may have learned, and that you've taken stuff from Pep Guardiola
The
as well?
proteges.
The only thing I can say is that for sure I learned many things from Pep. If I'm here today, it's probably because the amount of things that I have been lucky to learn next to him. Then I think Mikel also has his own idea, the same than me, what I try, and then probably both we have to be thankful because we work beside, next to the one that I consider the best manager in the world. So probably both we have been quite lucky to work with Pep.
And is he better friends with you than he is with?
This is a question. Your question is exactly tonight game. It's a tricky question. It's very dangerous if you don't take serious. You know. So you're. So yeah, I can see that. No. I'm friend with Pep, and that's it.
Rob?
Chelsea lost 5-0 to Arsenal the last time they played last season. Have you watched that game in the last few days? Has that game featured much in conversations with the players?
No, I didn't watch the game in the last days. I watched the game in the summer when I watched all the last season games. So I watched that game in the summer. I'm now more focused on what they are doing this season than next season. But for sure that game was a big, huge defeat for us, for the club, and hopefully we can do something different on Sunday.
Jacob?
There's a lot of focus, I think, this season on the kind of tactics that Arsenal use at set pieces. Also, they don't seem sort of very afraid to make a game kind of frustrating for the other team. You've got a developing side. Are you going to warn your players about the way it might be with Arsenal, how mentally tough they might make it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Mentally will be very tough. Set pieces, they are very good, but not only against us. I think they are very good against any team. I watched 2 days ago, last night, Champions League game against Inter, and every corner was a smelling goal. So they are top on that, and we're going to try to deal with that in the best way.
Also, I mean, given the expectation that's been on them this season to challenge Manchester City, you're saying that they're the best team behind City.
Mhm.
The results that they've had recently, do you think the pressure might be more on them going into this game?
I don't know. I also like to get the pressure from this kind of game, so the pressure is also for us. But for sure, as I said, for me they are the closest one with City. Both, I consider them better than the rest, and the reason why I said many times is because one club is working with the same manager 9 years, and the other one is working with the same manager 5 years, and this is a big, huge advantage compared to the rest. So for me, that's why they are in this moment better than the rest. But we're gonna try Sunday to make the life difficult for them. We're gonna try our best.
Ian?
I know for a lot of Chelsea fans, this game on Sunday, the biggest game of the season.
Like the sounds of that.
Is that the same for you as well? Do you feel this is the biggest game you've had this season?
No, and the reason why is because I try to take you don't know how I was worried tonight against this team, and I try to take all the game in the same way, serious, preparing the best way, how we can attack good, how we can defend good, and I try to take all the game in the same way. And tonight game I was very worried because tonight game is the one that it's easy to drop because mentally you are not ready and you have to be ready. But again, if you ask me in the next 2 games which one you want to win, for sure I want to win both. But if I have to take one, I take the next one. Also because in 2 games we play Leicester away, that I feel very close to them.
And last question, over here.
That's cute.
And so how challenging is it playing Thursday and Sunday for you and the players? Does it kind of winning breed success, or is it you having to rotate all the time the squad?
No, all the time, no. In this moment, also
always
we are
rotating the
quite lucky
squad,
that we don't
so-
have injury. So we have 24, 25 players and we can choose. I think the way we are trying to do the things since we start, also we protect players, because one thing is to play 3 games a week, and the other thing is to play just one. I think we protect the player in this moment, but that means that it's going to happen all season, because also be a moment where there are injury or we
He's
need
not
to
mentioning
change
Sancho
things.
yet.
But in this
Did they
moment,
mention
we are
Sancho?
almost we are in November, and we are every game we change players,
injured?
and probably
Sancho?
fortunately also we don't have injury in this moment.
Great, thank
So can I speak, one thing you mentioned there, Enzo, was the pressure, and you like the pressure
Mhm.
in these games. The pressure seems even greater at the moment. Is that because Chelsea are, if you like, back? You know, the last couple of years, Chelsea against Arsenal has not been seen as such an even contest. But with what you've done so far this season, it's almost like this is a big chance, and the pressure is increased because of that. And is that why you're thriving on it?
I don't know the last 2 years. How was the feeling? In this moment, the feeling from us is that we can compete and we can win against any team. And if you don't take serious and if you don't do the right things, also you can lose against any team. But for sure, we have the right feeling that we go in the right direction, and hopefully Sunday we can give.
Okay, so. Oops.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so he didn't mention anything about Jadon Sancho, which is a worry. Curious what people think as far as the lineup is going to be, because I'm seeing over here. Where did he say this? He said, so Jadon Sancho was sick for FC Noah, which, I mean, he's not usually playing cup games anyway. and I guess this was at the older press conference. I guess this was probably pre-match against FC Noah. Maresca said Jadon is out tomorrow against FC Noah due to illness, and he's also recovering from a minor injury. We'll assess his condition closer to Sunday, but if he doesn't make it, we're looking at his return after the international break. That doesn't bode well. It does not bode well for this match. So, I mean, I'm thinking, maybe this is just wishful thinking. I'm hoping that he does turn out to be fit, because I think Sancho is probably a better option than Neto. Although, you know, I'm not a Neto hater. I enjoy Neto, but we got to put together this lineup prediction. What are we gonna do here, folks? I might need help on this one. I don't know what is going to come to be. Is Sancho going to be back? Let's do a quick Google search. See if Sancho will be back. Jadon Sancho. Injury news from, that's Yahoo News. Sancho's still out with injury from Chelsea from this guy. Oh, let me just pull this up.
Jadon Sancho has been out for the last few weeks due to illness and a knock, and Enzo Maresca mentioned that Sancho had a knock in training.
Has 2 views. I don't know if we can really trust that one, guys. I think people are not sure. It's hard to say. Sancho confirmed ruling out for Noah game. Is anything said during this? Premier injuries. Let's see. Let's check out Football London. See if they have anything to say here. Got it. Okay. Right. We know he was absent against Noah. The 24-year-old has missed the last few weeks because of several issues. I thought it was not because of several issues. I would have thought that it was. I mean, he couldn't play Manchester United because he's a United player, technically. You know, we could potentially be without Sancho and Cole Palmer, both. Why did they never say what the illness is? Jadon Sancho injury unknown. Sancho has missed the last 4 Chelsea games for a number of reasons. For the Premier League clash against Newcastle, he was replaced in the starting 11 by Pedro Neto. Illness then saw him miss the Carabao Cup clash against the same opponents. Now here's a question. The question begs, is Maresca the type of manager that is going to bring back Sancho for his first game back against Arsenal? He did it with Reece James, and Reece James was out with a long-term injury, and he came back and started the match. And I believe he came off at No. It was Gusto that came on. I think he played like the whole match when he came back from injury. Yeah, so it's unclear. It's unclear. So we're going to have to take a guess here. Let's do that lineup prediction. You know what? Let's check out, let's delay the lineup prediction, okay? Because we've got a bunch of predictions from various outlets. There's the one that I like to go to and just see what it said, because theanalyst.com, the Opta supercomputer, they run like 10, they plug in all the information, all the details, and run 10,000 simulations and come up with a prediction. And I'd like to see what these. So let's go to that first. I know I said I'd do the lineup prediction first, but let's go to these predictions first. The first one from the Opta supercomputer at theanalyst.com. Arsenal have a 39.2% chance of victory, according to the supercomputer. Chelsea are victorious in 34.4% of pre-match simulations. Like I said, they run 10,000 simulations on this supercomputer. Since the start, some little key points. Arsenal have triumphed on 3 of their last 4 league trips to Stamford Bridge. Ooh, that's not great. As many victories as they recorded in their previous 20. Right, so They used to not do well, and now they started to do well at Stamford Bridge. The Mourinho years are over, folks. Okay, so last time out at Stamford Bridge, they beat us 5-0. I don't want to think about it too much. But as I said earlier, across 10,000 pre-match simulations conducted by the supercomputer, Arsenal were victorious in 39.2%, giving them a slight edge over the hosts, who have a 34.4% chance. The likelihood of a draw is rated at 26.4%. And their predicted lineup here, which sometimes is very stupid, but this time we're looking at, so really the what? I guess they really think Palmer is going to be out here. Okay, so the people over at theanalyst.com think it's going to be Jackson up front, which makes sense. Madueke on the right, which makes sense. I mean, honestly, I'm just waiting for the day that Maresca drops Madueke. It's going to be a surprise, I believe. I believe one day we're going to come out, see the lineup. We're going to be like, holy crap, Madueke is no longer number one for the right wing position. And I suspect it might be sooner rather than later. Not to hate on Madueke at all. Big Madueke fan. I wish him the best. I really want him to do well at Chelsea, and I think he has the talent to do it. But the question is he consistent enough? Has he come far enough since last season to be just to cement that right wing spot? I'm not 100% sure about that. They assume that Nkunku is going to come in and replace Cole Palmer here in the 10 spot. I don't know. It seems maybe that's not the case from the pre-match press conference we just watched. But, yeah, it seems that Cole Palmer is doing all right, and this is an important game at home. Stamford Bridge versus Arsenal, who are neck and neck with us on the table. 18 points apiece, 4th and 5th place. We're ahead of them based on goal difference. Then you got Pedro Neto over on the left, and that's the other question. So the one question is Cole Palmer going to be back? Other question is Sancho going to be back? Because Sancho, he obviously couldn't play against Manchester United because he's a Manchester United player. Then, I mean, he doesn't usually play the cup games, but he didn't even make an appearance on the bench in the cup game. So he's probably still, and the word is that he's suffered a knock, and he's dealing with illness. So maybe Neto is, I'm going to probably lean Neto is going to start, although there's always the chance that Sancho does start. Caicedo and Lavia in the middle. There's no reason that I don't see Enzo Fernandez coming back this game. I mean, he got 3 assists against FC Noah, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get him back in the side against Arsenal, especially after 8 goals were scored. And his performance was good, but, competition should be considered, and I don't think Maresca is going to do it. I do think we're going to see the same at the back. We're going to see James, Colwill, Fofana, and Gusto. But so this is what theanalyst.com has for us. And by the way, they also made a prediction here, didn't they? No, these guys didn't make a prediction, did they? But there is a weird thing happening in all these. So we're going to go over here to the standard and start checking out the predictions here because it seems, and this is weird, every single one of these news outlets, I've got 4 here, and I stopped at that. All 4 of them predict that this is going to be a 1-1 draw, Chelsea and Arsenal. I don't know where they're getting this from, but everybody thinks. But it's like it was 1-1 against United, so it's going to be 1-1 against Arsenal. But I'm curious what their lineups are before we make our prediction. So Chelsea versus Arsenal prediction right here. Like I said, they're also calling it a 1-1 draw, as you can see here. Chelsea have been pressing against Manchester City at Liverpool, while they really should have beaten Manchester United, which is true. While the Gunners aren't to be discounted, they have been poor of late. Draw 1-1. So that's from the Standard. And let's look at the lineup prediction. Okay, so Chelsea. Did they not do a lineup prediction at this one? I don't think they did a lineup prediction. Did they? No. I guess they didn't. Okay, so that's that. We move over to this other outlet, Sportscasting. They also cite the Man United draw. Chelsea team news. Cole Palmer. Meanwhile, Jadon Sancho is a major doubt for the tie due to a knock and reported illness. While I don't even know why they even talk about Omari Kellerman still, but Omari Kellerman is unavailable due to a hamstring issue. He wasn't getting into the team, folks. Okay, so predicted lineup for Chelsea: Sanchez, Gusto, Fofana, Colwell, James, Caicedo, Lavia, Madueke, Palmer, Neto, Jackson. I think that's pretty much the prediction we can go. And here's the prediction: Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. Another one. So that's 2. Then we move on to Sports Mole. And Sports Mole match preview. Blues are still yet to keep a Premier League clean sheet at Stamford Bridge this season. Is that true? Going 6 without one since shutting out West Ham United in May. But Arsenal have hardly pulled up trees on the attacking front in the early period of November. So the team news. Maresca is keeping his fingers crossed at Palmer, but Jadon Sancho is also a touch and go with a knock and an illness. Yeah. Also thinking Declan Rice probably still out. Yeah. Again, another prediction here. Everybody's saying Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. Is that the safe bet here? Is that the safe bet? I don't know. And here's another preview from Sports Kita. Let's just go to the prediction. Arsenal have an excellent squad at their disposal, but have largely failed to justify their potential so far this season. Bukayo Saka has been exceptional for the Gunners and will look to add to his goal tally this weekend. Chelsea have shown marked improvement this season and could potentially give a good account of themselves against their local rivals. Both teams are evenly matched at the moment and could play out a draw in this fixture. Again, Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. Is everybody just reading each other's predictions and just going along with it? Tip 1 for a result draw. Tip 2, game to have, everybody's saying draw, right? To have over 2.5 goals, no. Tip 3, Chelsea to score first, yes. I don't know why they're saying Chelsea to score first. Bold tip, Bukayo Saka to score or assist, yes. Again, everybody thinks that it's going to be a 1-1 draw for some reason. Very weird. Very weird. But okay, so let's go over and make our lineup predictions. Might as well do it. There we go. It seems everybody's kind of in alignment on this. Yeah. So it's going to be Sanchez at the back. It's going to be at the left back position, probably Reece James. It's obviously number 24. At the Colwell position, Colwell. Then we'll have Fofana back. Doesn't look like he's injured or anything, so he should be there just fine. Then, of course, probably Malo Gusto. I mean, there's always the chance that Cucurella comes in and we see Cucurella back at the left back and James at right back. But as it stands, not sure that'll be the case. Not that 6 over there. We're going to go straight to Romeo Lavia's position. Probably going to be that. Number 45. And at Caicedo back in his spot. No, Caicedo's been heating the F up, hasn't he? Like, there's no reason anybody's going to come in and take Caicedo's place. Go over to the left. Now, this is the one that could be Sancho. Probably won't be. It's probably going to be Neto. Yeah, some people are saying Nkunku is going to come in the 10 spot. I think we all know Palmer, and he's going to come back, and he's going to play this game. That's my prediction. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's why we're doing this. Then Madueke still at the right wing. Again, I think one day we're going to show up, and we're going to see Madueke dropped. And it's going to be before we know it, unfortunately, for him. Number 15. Oops. Number 15. Nicholas Jackson. There you have it. Yeah, I think that's the lineup, but I wouldn't be shocked. Again, I wouldn't be shocked if maybe we see a couple of those being different. If we see Sancho, if we see Madueke, we could see him drop. I don't think it's gonna happen actually, because there's gonna be. But I wouldn't be surprised if Nkunku comes in for Palmer or Joao Felix even off the back of the last game, although he did play most of the match, if not all of the match. Did he play all of the match against FC Noah? Good question. Yeah, I think Felix played the whole game. He was looking for that hat trick, wasn't he? So that's that. Okay, ladies and gents, get rid of that. The next thing on our day. Oh, might I remind you, if y'all are in the channel, do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Do the world of football a favor. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Perhaps hit the notification bell to know when I go live for these live streams, because I don't even know when I go live for that. I can't give you a time right now. I can't give you a day, okay? I come on, I read the news, we do our thing, and I'm just not even sure when it's going to be. But that's at this point. Eventually we will have. This is only episode 27. Done 27 of these live streams of the news. That's about it. It's not too much. And I plan on doing a lot more. I plan on evolving the show. I want you guys to be here for that. I want you to get in the chat. All right? Because that's what it's about. I say this often. This is a low latency, ultra low latency stream. And at the risk of sacrificing some video quality, in fact, you can almost be guaranteed I'm going to sacrifice some video quality. I do it because I want to hear what you guys have to say in as close to real time as possible. That is what I'm trying to do here, okay? So ultra low latency stream, get in the chat, let me know what you think, comment on my takes, my t-shirts, my anything. I'm open to it. Yeah, so make sure you get in on that and make sure you vote in the poll, because I always like to come back to the poll in the next stream and discuss how it went. And you know that the powers that be at Chelsea are going to be very interested in what this stream's poll has to say. Okay, moving the F on y'all. Oh, I wanted to check out, this is an interesting analysis from this kid on Twitter. So we're going to go through that. The name's Connor Holden. Good for you, brother. His bio is tactical analyst, writer, content creator. And so here we go. It's got some keen followers, and yeah, I like that how he laid all of this out, spent the time to do this, and it's interesting. So Battle of the Disciples, as you know, these two proteges, you can see Maresca over here and Arteta over here, both under Pep Guardiola at one point or another. The king. We tried to get Pep Guardiola and did not get it done. You know that Roman Abramovich was a huge fan, and so was I. So am I. Don't tell anybody. So, Arsenal data. Here's some of his data points. 10th for average possession this season, 50.4% down from 58.4%. Yeah, we have seen a steep decline in Arsenal thus far this season. That's obvious. Conceding 13.4 shots per 90. 9th most this season. That's a lot, actually. That's a lot. Only conceded 8.5 shots per game last season. There you go. That if that's a metric. So that's an interesting take there. An interesting stat. Only averaging 13.9 shots per 90, down from 17.3 per 90 last season. Okay. The biggest changes come from their technical players being out, mainly Odegaard not replacing with a Nwaneri, etc. Territory dominance, duels, and sustained pressure still the key to this Arsenal side. Okay. So as you can see, completed. This is all season team stats, yeah. Okay, going back. 5-lane occupancy, 3-2 rest defense. Zoom in a little bit here. Arsenal's overall structure, ability to fill all 5 lanes and sustain pressure in central areas is elite. Both fullbacks invert when Arsenal are progressed higher up the pitch. Fullbacks here come in. Okay. When Arsenal are progressed higher up the pitch, forming a compact central protection unit in front of Saliba. As you can see over here. I know my cursor is not showing, but the yellow little stripes there. And Gabriel. Structure to sustain. When they're pushed up higher, the 3 shown with the yellow lines, DM, defensive midfielder, right back, and left back, alongside the 2 half-space pocket players, Rice and Trossard, are extremely important to the counterpress. Those 5 players converge as one unit when the ball is lost, looking to keep the ball inside the opposition half, sustaining pressure and gaining territory. Wow, this guy's really going in, eh? 4-2, 4/4. I don't even. 4-2-4, 4-4-2. OOP hexagon. I don't even know what that means. Hexagon over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. I see. Hexagon. The back 4 tend to defend. Here we go. Wow, where did I go? The back 4 tend to defend narrow, with the ball side winger expected to retreat and support in 1v1 situations. Arsenal's 2 forwards look to shadow the number 6, double pivot, stopping easy central progression, looking to force the opposition to go wide before coming inside. Where are the gaps? Before the Gunners drop into their deeper shape, they will adopt a 2-3-1 line of pressure, representing a diamond at times. Much like Liverpool, the double pivot can be manipulated by the movement of a box midfield with wide pockets, causing some issues as it gives the defensive midfielders a decision to make, whether to continue man for man or pass them on. Saka pinned. An interesting way Manchester City targeted Arsenal's OOP structure was the position of Guardiola to pin Saka deep and inside, leaving easier passes, passing access to Doku out wide to isolate Timber 1v1. Because of this, whether Rice initiated the pass, although Rice is not going to be playing because Rice is out, Saka defined himself deeper, almost in the same line as Partey, man-marking Guardiola, which inadvertently left Partey with double coverage on his side. I don't know, it's a bit boring, to be honest, to go through every last little point here and tactical data point. Yeah, Daniel Stock, of course. This is this guy Connor Holden on Twitter. He's got like all of these analytics for Arsenal, and it is interesting, but it's a little drab. basically analyzing the defensive setup of Arsenal, and I mean both sides of the ball on defense and offense. Here, build up patterns. Arsenal set up with an initial split center backs either side of Raya, just like when. Yeah, it's interesting, but it's a little too in depth. Set piece threat. We all know about Arsenal's set piece threat, but worth mentioning again. You have to be alert. No. Clayton. Damn, Clayton. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't think it's gonna happen. I read before you guys came on here, Clayton meet Daniel, Daniel meet Clayton. I was reading through like a few different news outlets and their predictions for this match, and every single one said, like, it was four different predictions, and every single one said 1-1 draw for this match. Good evening. 1-1 draw. Everybody says 1-1 draw. So if this doesn't come out to be a 1-1 draw, everybody's wrong. Okay, I don't know where he gets that Cucurella is going to play, because I don't think Cucurella is going to play. Do you guys think Cucurella is going to play? Why would you? Yeah, you would take a 2-2, Clayton. You would. I was just looking at the table. You think he'll play, Dan? Why do you think he's going to play? He hasn't played a league game in a minute. He didn't play at all in the cup game. Oh, you think so? Just to mark Saka. He's better than Reece James? Reece James is stronger. Maybe. I don't know. That'd be interesting. My prediction was not. I did not predict that he would play. So you think Reece James is going to be sat, Daniel? That would be interesting. And the other question is, do you think that Jadon Sancho is going to play? Everybody thinks, yeah, I know. So Daniel says Cucurella likes getting tight. And I always say that that's one of his problems. Like, sometimes he just gets too tight. Sometimes he gets too tight and he just... Clayton, you think Sancho will be benched? Be coming off the bench? That'd be good. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Sancho comes in at the 66. Clayton, man. Damn, what a prediction there. I wonder if he'll even be on the bench. He hasn't been on the bench, but that would be interesting to see if he gets that. It's heavily dependent, Dan Stock. It's heavily dependent on the tactics we deploy. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for Cucurella. I mean, the guy hasn't really earned his bench spot. He's been very, very good since the start of the season. And here's the problem: if he does guard Saka tight, Saka could turn the afterburners on and just into space. And Cucurella is going to have a tough time catching back up with Saka. And I'm concerned about that. I would be concerned about that. But Reece James puts that old arm across. You know what I'm saying? Saka's not going anywhere. Clayton. Make him look like Andy Robertson. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what does he have this guy has a lineup prediction in the end. Here's his lineup prediction. It's the same as mine. No, except Cucurella coming in. Damn, I already did my lineup prediction. Okay, so Daniel Stock. What does that make him look like Andy Robertson? Make Reece James look like, or make Cucurella look like Andy Robertson? Daniel Stock, if we want to keep doing that thing where whoever on the right gets way further up the field, I don't know. That's true. Or was it on the right or the left? I thought it was on the left, really, that we had our... We started off our fullbacks under Maresca not going upfield at all. And it seems like that's changed a little bit. Okay, so Clayton thinks that Kukurea gonna get Andy Robertson. BX Gunner, hey buddy, haven't seen you in a hot minute. What a time for you to come in right before we play your boys. Saka's been locked down the last couple of matches, so it'll be interesting to see how he responds. Oh, really? So was he locked down against Newcastle? Against Inter, against Newcastle. Just pulling that up right there. Did he play all the match against Inter? Yeah. Yep. Played full 90. Against Newcastle. Full 90. Right. Spot on, BX. Obviously, you would know. So he's been underperforming. And Preston, you can't really... I don't even know. Does he? No. Okay, so it looks like Arteta makes full subs for cup games. He pulls a Maresca and does like big changes. So the last goal Saka scored was against Liverpool. He did pretty well against your boys, Clayton. I didn't watch that game. What was that game like? Liverpool had possession. Interesting. You wouldn't think that, right? Dale Stock, as long as Enzo doesn't play, I don't care which fullback start. I do not think Enzo can get in this side right now, but I mean, I really don't think so. And he wouldn't deserve it at this point, unfortunately. Let's see. So the question is, does Cole Palmer, does he come back? Clayton's talking about the Liverpool game, an exciting game of football with some interesting decisions. Let's see. What decisions were those? Man, Gakpo's not in your starting 11 anymore, is it? Yeah, I think Palmer's going to start. He's too young. We've seen him like take knocks before and come back anyway and play. Oh no. Daniel Stock. You mean tomorrow or Sunday? Stock. I got to ref a game early on, but I should be able to get... I'll miss like the first 15 minutes of the match. I'm going to be an AR that morning. Yeah. But it is what it is. Got 10-15 game, 40-minute halves, like a U16. Gakpo, yeah, games on Sunday, Gunner. Clayton, Gakpo played the next 3 games after and bagged 4 goals. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Gakpo's been starting ever since. Might as well go on a rabbit hole there. Played against Leverkusen. Well, does Arne Slot do wholesale changes on the... I guess not in the cup games. I guess it's not cup. You guys are in Champions League, so I'm not used to it. Who knows what Maresca's going to do when we're in the Champions League, but he just doesn't give a crap about our cup games. Was it supposed to be Saturday, Daniel? No, it's Sunday. It's been Sunday. As far as I know, it's been Sunday. But maybe you have to consider the fact that we did play Thursday. Could have sworn it was tomorrow. Good for you. Yeah, there you go. What are you doing working on a Saturday, Daniel? It's not like you. Brighton. Okay, yeah, as you could see. Yep. Gakpo has been performing. But this isn't about Gakpo. This is about Chelsea versus Arsenal. So, yeah, this guy had all sorts of crap. What's the Arsenal... Oh, no, he's not even talking Arsenal lineup. Anybody out? It's still just Odegaard out, I think, for Arsenal, right? Man City's gone downhill, too, gotta say. Obviously. Gonna like this guy's stuff. Connor Holden, if y'all haven't checked him out. I mean, I started reading this and then Dan criticized me, which is fair because it's kind of boring, but it is interesting how he lays out Arsenal's tactical formations and on and off the ball. BX Gunner, Odegaard, Tomiyasu, Calafiore, and Tierney. Rice is doubtful with a broken. Yeah, I don't think Rice is back. Which is good because I hate to play against Rice. I'm still partial to Rice. I had like this fantasy that before Mason Mount left for Manchester United that eventually Rice was going to come back. And when he was still at West Ham, he was going to come back to Chelsea, and we'd have Mason Mount and Declan Rice, best friends from the academy, just together, living it up, living the Chelsea dream. Keeps it real. But that unfortunately never happened, much to my chagrin. All right, let's check. Let's go on over. I was thinking that there's a Slavia interview, but I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna go to Instagram, see what the boys are at, see what's going on over there. See if any of the boys. Maybe we'll get some clues too, as to whether Sancho might be back, whether Cole Palmer might be back. Oh, Dan Stock's favorite player over here, Armando Broja, back in training. So Dan Stock says that Broja is only going to get 4 goals this season with Everton. And I criticized him because he got 6 goals at Southampton last season. So why would Broja, if that is how you pronounce his name, get less goals this season? But then he sustained, I believe, an ACL injury. So it was like, maybe Dan's right. In fact, maybe Dan, maybe you're spot on. But there he is, back in training. It's good to see. He's still a Chelsea player. Pedro Neto. Yes, he got called up for Portugal. Congrats. Looking good. Bottom of the table fodder. You think, bro? Okay, Nicholas Jackson. This picture is not working for me. I think, I mean, listen, I think Broja could be a 10 to 15 goal striker in the near term. I really do. A season. But yeah, maybe not this season. Maybe you're right. That injury. But we'll see. Maybe he starts picking it up. I mean, Everton need help. Goal of the month, Nicholas Jackson. What was that? Really? In Italy or Germany, maybe? So Daniel also just can't stop going off about Rafael Leao. Does anybody else know about Leao? Do you think, okay, he's not exactly prolific. But to be fair, he's not starting every game either. Yeah, was that a tapping goal? Like, what are they even talking about? Yeah, oh, okay, so it's the Cole pass. That's right. It's the Cole pass. Why does Nicholas Jackson get the goal of the month? Wow, he literally got it. That is absolutely insane. Do they have it here? This is so silly. That's not what goal of the month is supposed to be, you know? It's just not what goal of the month is supposed to be. I don't agree with that whatsoever. That's so stupid. Who is this guy? Diamanzi Camara? Former player? Yeah. Oh. Don't hate me right now. I don't remember who the hell this guy is. Clearly he's somebody. He was a legit player. But I don't remember who he is. Diamanzi Camara. former soccer player. Played for Fulham. Fulham for 4 years. Actually, he was on loan for most of played for Leicester City 1 year. Portsmouth, West Brom. Okay. I mean, these are prime years that I watched. That I watched. So, yeah. Anyway, back to Instagram. Oops. Cancel. Okay. He is a Senegal player, though, so that makes sense that he and Nicholas Jackson get on. Oh, look at that. There you go. Lavia. Kendry Paez. This kid's enjoying the good life too much, man. That's what I hear from all the South Americans. Daniel Stock knows. I've talked to the boys about this guy, and they're just like, he is way too into the partying. He's never gonna make it. So that's the skinny on Kendry Paez from the South American faction that we played with. David Luiz. England, U21 squad. Mari Hutchinson. Any Chelsea players here? I don't see any. No. Yeah, nobody cares. Was this? No. Modric. Renato Vega called up again. Good for him. Thiago Silva. Cole Palmer, dude. Way to make me anxious. Oh my god. All right, let's check out his page. Any other? No. This is all old. I don't like the looks of that. I know it's recovery, to be fair, but it's scary. No. Giyu, by the way, how about that, guys? Dan Stock. Giyu got his first goal. That was exciting. And then he got pulled off. I was hoping that he would get his hat trick. I love to see you react to that. You have such disdain for the kid. That's why I got to get you back on. Clayton too. But Dan's hilarious because Dan was just such a hater. Why is he posting Joao's? Oh, because Joao gave him, was it an assist by Joao? I don't remember. David Washington played today. I watched some of that game for the U21s. They lost, by the way. Fucking losers. They lost like, I think it was 4-3 or 5-4, something like that. Yeah. Don't even post, bro. You lost, bro. Get out of here. Augusto. JC. Oh, Joe Cole's birthday. Oh, come on. Don't even post Man United stuff. Juan Mata Garcia. I think Cole Palmer's coming back. He gonna be back. Maluda. Oh. I didn't know Felix was a gamer. Looks like he's got a gaming rig going on. It's pretty cool. pretty sick looking. Hudson-Odoi. Bless up. Joe Cole. Joe Cole never posts. It's his birthday though. He comes on. Look at that. Joe Cole. When I first started watching Chelsea, it was like towards the end of Joe Cole's career with Chelsea, but so he wasn't at his best. But definitely one of my favorite players for the club. The style, the flair. We don't usually have so many of those players at Chelsea, do we? I mean, we get one here and there. Gianfranco Zola, Joe Cole, Aiden Hazard. I'm not even sure Joe Cole should be in that conversation, but you know what I'm talking about. One of these skillful players. Jorgensen, not the best performance. I don't think people are feeling as good about Jorgensen as we were at the start of the season, are we? I certainly am not. Mason Mount. What happened in that United game? Did they end up winning it? In the Europa League? Yeah, they did. Did Mason Mount score? No. Came on in the 82nd minute. Poor Mason Mount, honestly. He was so much better than he is. I mean, I rate him. I don't think Dan does. Willian. Woo! Let's go back. Gotta see these. It's so dark. Enzo had a splint on Daniel Stock. I did rate Mount when we were losing. What does that mean? It means he was good when we were losing, and now that we're on a roll, I don't think of him. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, would you take Mason Mount over Enzo Fernandez right now? I don't know, man. It's gotten to the point. I know I'm a defender of Enzo Fernandez, but it's gotten to the point where I think probably I would take Mason Mount right now. Crazy work rate. The ability to pull something out of the hat. Oh, Sanchez got save of the month. Like to see that. Damn, Rami's looking like a baby with a beard. Yeah, Dyer. If you're, that's good. He's our, I think, number 6 on the U21 team. Oh, look at that. Selected lines. This goal of the month is starting to piss me off. That is not a goal of the month for you, bro. That you need to give Cole Palmer that trophy immediately. Yep. That's it. Quill. Let's see if there's any comments here. Oh boy. I bet you the comments are positive, eh? Let's check them out. Okay, so the first one's Tosin, my bro. Renato Vega, loving emoji. Cucurea Bonafoyeti. What does Bonafoyeti mean? Let's find out. Anybody know what the hell that means? Bonafoyeti. What? What does that mean? Cucu, cucu, cucurea, se bebe una estrella. What the hell does Bonafayeti mean? Okay. God damn it. Mari Kellerman, Philip Jorgensen, grande hermano, Caicedo, bravo hermano. Very, very positive, but okay, let's see if fans like him. Big congrats, Mark. Da, 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 da. What a finish, never gave up on the press and prevailed with the goal. It was a good goal. It was a good goal. It wasn't a BS goal. But it was FC Noah. Let's be real. People are generally... I mean, honestly, you're not seeing these comments for Badiashile. But maybe that's just the way this thing works. If you're a defender, not in form, you get shat on. Yeah. Tammy. Young Tammy. Daniel. I mean, I think that game really, I mean, like we've played lesser teams and not done that well, to be fair, but FC Noah were really bad on the day. Really bad on the day. Let's be honest. Badiashile. Okay, I guarantee. Oh my gosh, look. Comments on this post have been limited. Dude, I tell you, Badiashile has been getting so much shit. Look, Sancho's posting. Are you coming back, bro? But watch. This is not good. Badiashile's been getting shit on, bro. Look at this. Did he limit it? Oh, he limited him. Oh, no. This wasn't limited before. Bro, honestly, I feel bad for the guy now. All of his posts are limited. Not this one. No, they're all limited. Oh, my gosh. Now I feel really bad. They weren't limited before. Damn. Okay, now I feel really bad. Because I've probably been contributing to some of the hatred that Badiashile has been getting. It's not been good. And it's to the point where he limited comments on his posts. All right, you know what? I'm making a commitment right now. I'm not going to shit on Badiashile. To be fair, Disasi has been getting most of my shitting on. Let's check out Disasi. Let's see if he limited. Yeah, right. Dude, I genuinely feel really bad right now because his comments were not limited before. So clearly it's gotten to the point where it's really affecting him. Let's see if Disasi's posts. Nope. Disasi don't give a shit. But he's not getting the same crap, is it? Is he? Guess you have to play as a striker next game. 2 shots on target. Yeah, that's true. He basically played it as a striker against FC Noah. It's that bad. They were doing that badly. Get out of my club. The most are just too bad. You and your French brothers can't you fucking defend and pass? Is that not what you are paid to do and what you called occupation? Man. This guy's pissed. We miss you out there so much. We keep fighting. This guy's like, you're the only Chelsea fan missing him. I don't know why fans like this are in my club. This guy should never kick a ball for Chelsea again. I didn't say it this time, Daniel. Please stay at Chelsea. I love seeing Chelsea fans complaining because of you. Oh, shit. How did you even become a professional player? Thank you and Badiashile, you can leave the club. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so at least Asasi is not quitting Instagram. I feel bad. What did I picked up some from myself. This is hilarious. Ruben and Warren forcing his assistant to watch me in his last 50 matches. This is hilarious. This is for you, Daniel, actually. As a Tottenham fan. This is hilarious too. Jared got a goal in a cup final for Chelsea, an assist for Drogba to win the league, then an assist for Ba to stop Liverpool winning it. He was always Chelsea. Timo does it to himself. Daniel Stock loves Timo. He's the one player, for whatever reason, that Daniel will never shit on. Although he'll shit on everybody else, good or bad. Oh, this is not for you. This is not for you to look at, Clayton. I think maybe I attributed hating Mount. Apparently Dan loved Mount, or sorry, liked Mount when we were doing poorly and hates Mount now that we're doing well. So might be a little fickle. Sorry about this, Clayton. This might hurt you a little bit, buddy. Dad, why is my sister's name Rose? Because your mother loves roses. Thanks, Dad. No problem, 2425 Caicedo. That's a good one. It's a good one, isn't it? This is great, too. This is for all the Arsenal fans. Take it in. This style of drinking water is called Arsenal because it's without a cup. Get it? Get it, y'all? Do you get it? Who's hitting me up? All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Guys, I think it's that time. I think it's time to say, hey, if y'all are in here, new to the channel, stalking the channel and not new, do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. We're here. I can't tell you what days, but often enough that you should know when we're going live. And by we, I mean me and possibly my buddies, Daniel Stock, Clayton Twiddle, coming in, keeping it real. BX Gunner every once in a while. That's nice. But appreciate y'all coming by, hitting the subscribe button if you want to know who I am and remember who I am and see me in the YouTube feed. Appreciate it. And I leave you with this. Until next time, live football and
Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? The creators called it football. Soccer? You know, you play it with your feet. Reading between the headlines. Soccer? But it's really called football.